Wedding or breakup? The truth behind Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin's relationship SUS. Have you ever believed a love story so perfect it almost felt like a fairy tale, only to wonder if it might all come crashing down? Well, Hollywood is holding its breath tonight because whispers surrounding Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin have reached a fever pitch. Are they secretly planning a wedding or heading straight toward a breakup? Before we dive deep into this emotional roller coaster, make sure to hit like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned till the end, because what we uncovered about their relationship might change how you see them forever. For years, Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin have been one of Hollywood's most private couples. Their love story seemed to defy the odds, two souls from completely different worlds finding peace in each other's chaos. Chris, the soulful frontman of Coldplay, and Dakota, the mysterious yet magnetic actress who captivated audiences in 50 Shades of Grey, have always kept their romance away from the spotlight. But now, that very silence has fueled an explosion of speculation. In recent weeks, fans noticed something strange. Dakota, who was once spotted at almost every Coldplay concert, hasn't been seen near the band's stage in months. Her absence was deafening. Meanwhile, Chris was recently photographed walking alone along the beaches of Malibu, without his signature smile, and more tellingly, without the silver ring that had often been seen on his finger, a ring that many believed symbolized his commitment to Dakota. Social media erupted. Was this a sign of trouble? Or was there something even bigger, like wedding plans unfolding in secret? Theories spread like wildfire. Some insiders claim that the couple has been planning a quiet ceremony in a remote part of California, while others suggest that differences in lifestyle and future goals have pushed them to the brink. Close sources say that Dakota, 35, has been laser-focused on her career. Her upcoming projects, especially her recent foray into directing and producing, have consumed much of her time. Meanwhile, Chris, 48, has been balancing his global tour schedule and co-parenting duties with ex-wife Gwyneth Paltrow. And while both have expressed nothing but admiration for each other publicly, those who know them best say the couple has been struggling to find common ground. But here's where it gets interesting. Just when fans began to believe the breakup rumors, a mysterious event reignited hope. Earlier this month, Dakota was seen shopping in Los Angeles, wearing a flowing white dress, paired with an oversized jacket. Nothing unusual, except for the diamond ring that gleamed on her left hand. A ring no one had seen before. The paparazzi frenzy was immediate. Was this an engagement ring? Could Chris Martin, known for his quiet romantic gestures, have proposed in secret? Hollywood insiders began speculating that the couple might have exchanged promises of forever away from cameras in a setting as intimate as their relationship itself. But the mystery deepens. Not long after, Chris performed an emotional rendition of Yellow at a private charity event in London. During the performance, he paused, smiled wistfully, and dedicated the song to the love of my life. No names were mentioned, but the look in his eyes spoke volumes. Fans who attended the event described the moment as achingly heartfelt, suggesting that despite all the rumors, love was still very much alive between him and Dakota. Yet another twist emerged. Reports surfaced that Dakota was seen spending increasing time away from Chris's Malibu home, opting instead to stay in her own Los Feliz residence. Sources close to the couple insist this wasn't a breakup move, but a sign of independence as Dakota continues to build her creative empire. However, Hollywood watchers argue that physical distance often becomes emotional distance. Could this be a subtle hint that the couple's paths are quietly diverging as the media scrambles for answers? Fans are torn. Some point to the couple's long history of resilience. Remember when breakup rumors first hit in 2019? They bounced back stronger, appearing hand in hand just months later at Glastonbury. Others, however, sense a final chapter approaching. After all, the pressures of fame, distance, and differing ambitions have ended even the strongest Hollywood love stories. But here's something the public rarely sees. Behind the glitz, Dakota and Chris share a remarkably grounded connection. Friends describe them as soulful partners, drawn together by mutual respect, spirituality, and humor. They meditate together, spend quiet weekends with Chris's kids, and even cook family dinners away from the flashing lights. They're both old souls, one insider told people. They don't need to prove anything to the world. And yet, even old souls can face storms. In an emotional interview earlier this year, Dakota hinted at how difficult it can be to maintain balance in love when both partners are constantly in motion. Sometimes, she said softly, you love someone deeply, but life keeps pulling you in different directions. That one quote sparked endless debate. Was she hinting at challenges with Chris? Halfway through this whirlwind, let's pause for a moment. What do you think? Are Dakota and Chris heading for a wedding, or quietly walking away from each other? Drop your prediction below, because the truth might surprise you. As the dust settles, one fact becomes clear. Whatever is happening between Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin, it's unfolding with the same grace and privacy that have defined their entire relationship. Even Gwyneth Paltrow, Chris's ex-wife, recently praised Dakota, calling her a wonderful person who brings joy into our family. It's rare to see that kind of harmony in Hollywood, and it speaks volumes about how maturely both Chris and Dakota navigate their love. Still, insiders close to the couple hint that a defining moment is approaching. Whether it's a quiet wedding in a sunlit garden or a bittersweet decision to part ways, the coming months will likely reveal everything. Chris's recent Instagram activity has also raised eyebrows. Fans noticed he's been sharing more poetic, introspective lyrics, often about love, time, and change. Meanwhile, Dakota has been spotted with her longtime stylist and friend, appearing radiant and calm, as if embracing a new chapter. Whatever it may be for now, the world waits. Will the next headline read, Chris Martin marries Dakota Johnson in secret ceremony, or Chris Martin and Dakota Johnson officially call it quits? One thing's for sure, their story has captivated millions because it feels so real. It's not the loud, public kind of love that Hollywood often flaunts, but something deeper, something that reminds us that even in a world full of flashing cameras, genuine connection still exists, and perhaps that's the true beauty of it. Whether it ends in vows or goodbye, Dakota and Chris's love story will remain one of the most enigmatic, touching romances in modern celebrity history. So, what do you think? Is it a wedding or a breakup? Let us know your take in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more exclusive Hollywood updates, only on HOLLYNEWS TV, where truth meets entertainment and every story finds its heart. Because in the end, love in Hollywood is never simple, and the Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin saga is proof that even the quietest relationships can make the loudest headlines. And just when everyone thought the mystery couldn't get any deeper, Hollywood insiders dropped another bombshell that reignited every headline overnight. Sources close to both Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin revealed that the couple has been going through what they call transformative period in their relationship, a phrase vague enough to sound peaceful, yet dramatic enough to make fans wonder, are they preparing for forever or for farewell? A week after Chris's emotional performance in London, Dakota was spotted arriving at a cozy cafe in Santa Monica, dressed casually but glowing in a way that instantly drew attention. Sitting across from her was none other than Chris's close friend, Coldplay's guitarist Johnny Buckland. The two chatted for over an hour, smiling and laughing. Paparazzi photos from that meeting went viral in minutes, and the internet exploded with theories. Some fans believe Johnny was helping Dakota plan a surprise for Chris, possibly an intimate engagement celebration. Others speculated the conversation was more serious, perhaps Dakota confiding about struggles in their relationship. Meanwhile, Chris was thousands of miles away, performing in South America. During his concert in Sao Paulo, something unexpected happened. As he sang "Fix You," he paused, closed his eyes, and changed one line, singing softly, "When you love someone but can't find your way through." The crowd fell silent. Fans immediately took to social media, interpreting the lyric change as a cry from the heart, a moment of vulnerability hinting that all was not well between him and Dakota. But Hollywood being Hollywood, contradictions soon followed. A few days later, Chris and Dakota were reportedly seen leaving a private yoga retreat in Topanga Canyon. Witnesses described them as deeply connected, holding hands, smiling, and talking quietly as they walked toward their car. The images went viral, completely flipping the narrative. Suddenly, breakup rumors were replaced with wedding buzz again. Entertainment magazines rushed to publish cover stories speculating that the couple was back on track, more in love than ever. Insiders claim that both Dakota and Chris are intentionally keeping their relationship private, away from the chaos of Hollywood gossip. They've realized that silence is their safest space. One source told Us Weekly, "Whenever the public gets too close, they pull back and focus on each other. That's what's kept them strong all these years." Still, that silence hasn't stopped fans from noticing small, emotional breadcrumbs. During a recent Coldplay interview, Chris was asked about his favorite person to share new music with. His face lit up instantly. "There's someone who always gives me the truth," he said, smiling. "She listens with her heart first." Though he never mentioned her by name, everyone knew exactly who he meant. And on Dakota's side, her latest public appearance stirred the pot even more. At the premiere of her new film, Daddy-O, she arrived alone. But what caught the eye of every paparazzo wasn't her solo entrance. It was the silver pendant around her neck. Fans quickly recognized it. It was the same charm Chris had given her years ago, engraved with the words, "My Universe." The symbolic gesture was clear. Whatever they were going through, their bond was far from broken. Yet behind the cameras, things may be more complicated. According to one longtime friend, Dakota has been struggling with the constant speculation. She's a deeply private person, they said. The media attention can be suffocating. Even when things are great, people twist it. And when things get tough, they make it worse. Chris, ever the protector, reportedly encourages her to tune out the noise. "He's the calm one," the friend added. When she gets overwhelmed, he reminds her that love doesn't need an audience. That sentiment echoes through Chris's music lately. Coldplay's new unreleased track, rumored to be titled Ever After Maybe, has lyrics that fans believe were inspired by Dakota. The song, described as hauntingly beautiful, includes a line that says, "Even if forever isn't promised, I'll still choose you in every lifetime." If that doesn't sound like a man deeply in love, what does? But then, just as hope began to return, another twist surfaced. An anonymous insider revealed that the couple has been attending couples therapy for several months, not because of a crisis, but to strengthen their communication. They love each other deeply, but they've reached a point where life decisions need alignment, the source said. Marriage, family, career. They're trying to make sure they want the same future. That revelation hit fans hard. Was it preparation for marriage, counseling before saying "I do"? Or emotional groundwork before an amicable parting? The uncertainty only intensified, and then came the Instagram silence. Dakota, usually subtle but active online, suddenly stopped posting altogether. At the same time, Chris wiped several older posts from his feed. Fans panicked. Was this the digital sign of an ending? But then, on a quiet Sunday morning, Chris reposted a fan video montage of him and Dakota laughing backstage from years ago, adding only a single emoji, a white heart.
No caption, no explanation.
Just silence that spoke louder than words. Hollywood commentators called it the most poetic PR move ever. But those close to the pair insist it wasn't a strategy at all. Chris doesn't play games, a friend explained. If he posted that, it's because he meant it. Their love is complicated, but it's still real. And maybe that's the truth audiences often forget. Not every love story ends with a wedding, and not every silence means a breakup. Sometimes, love lives quietly, away from the glare, growing in its own time. One final whisper. A photographer spotted a moving truck outside Chris's Malibu home last week. Some say Dakota might be moving in permanently. Others fear it's the beginning of a goodbye. Whatever it is, both sides remain silent, letting the world watch, wonder, and wait, because in the unpredictable heart of Hollywood, love stories like Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin's remind us that between happily ever after and it's over, there's a mysterious middle ground where real love exists uncertain, beautiful, and fragile, and whether it ends in wedding bells or one final song, one thing is certain, their story isn't finished yet. It's only turning another page. Stay with HOLLYNEWS TV for the latest updates, exclusive photos, and behind-the-scenes details, because in this love story, every new clue feels like a heartbeat waiting to be heard.